Hello everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Today's Father's Day, so happy Father's Day if anybody is a father and watching. I'm playing music in the background. I hope it's not too loud. Let me know if it is. This is Game Chops music, and it should be acceptable to stream. I have a link to the playlist. There's a lot of Game Chops has. They would like if you point out the artist and stuff. I would like to have like a now playing thing that shows the title of the song and the artist, but I didn't have time to set that up. So I just have a link to the playlist. Oop, camera kind of blew up. So let me know if it's too loud or what, and I can adjust it. All right, anything to go over since last time? I have a couple things, I suppose. So, turn my camera on. There's a lot of stuff that's in flight still waiting for things in the mail. Let me just clean my gross desk. Brox Fix It said before the stream, I'm giving away a working GameCube to a friend because I plan to only work on broken consoles. Yeah, that's a cool, first of all, it's a cool way to get experience, and second of all, you could get some deals. People might have a broken console, and it's really not that bad. So, yeah, that's neat. I'm not necessarily working on anything. I'll be upgrading firmware and stuff, I think. I guess I'll explain. We won't dive into it just yet, but eventually, I plan to. Nope, no one's there. I plan to do kind of like a shootout, and like I said, I've said this before. I'm not a GameCube expert. I know, people might show up, extrams or something, and I do my best, right? I don't try to hide the fact. I don't want to hide the fact that I don't have a lot of experience. The problem with working on so many different consoles is that there's too much to know. Too much to be an expert in my opinion, right? Unless you're a professional modder, that's what you do for a living. If you're just an average Joe, or Joette, whatever, it's hard to keep up to date with everything. So I do my best, but what I would like to do is, since I do have all three of the mainstream GameCube mods, right, that you could have, GCLoader, I don't have, well, I actually do have another GCLoader, one of the newest batch, but it's not installed. But I have an older GCLoader plug and play, so that's like the oldest. Is it the oldest? I don't know. There was some that came before it, but my start in GameCube stuff was GCLoader. So I have GCLoader connected to the console. Then I've got a Pico Boot in one of them. And then the newest one is the Flippy Drive. So I know the Flippy Drive is not shipping yet. I don't know if they did pre-orders. They might not even have done pre-orders yet. So what I wanted to do was just use them all. I mean, I had aspirations of like finding the games that were difficult to run, I suppose, on any of the three mods. I'm open to suggestions. If you're watching this video, you can leave a suggestion for what you want me to what games you want me to run. But we're not going to be doing that in this stream. This stream is kind of to prepare for some other stream in the future. But before we do that, before we dive into that, I do have some things to talk about. So I did get back from. I had sent. If you watched my stream where I talked about the Nintendo drawer, like I got a Nintendo drawer from Rocker Gaming / Blue Shell / Reventlo. I got a pre-production, but I mean it's as close to the final piece, the final Nintendo drawer as is possible. And I was having problems with this is like a 2018 circa EverDrive, right? Not Pro, this is before the Pro. we found out that the PCB is not a millimeter, it's a 1/10 of a millimeter bigger than a normal cart. So because of that, it was having a hard time coming out of the Nintendo drawer. So I actually mailed it, and I've gotten it back now. I mailed it to Rocker Gaming so that he could do testing. Let me know if the music is too loud. So I mailed it to him, and he's giving it to me back, or if he can't hear it at all and you want me to turn it up, I can do that. He said he fixed the slide, or he made this slide part longer, which I guess equates to better? I don't know. Easier to take out? But he showed me a video of him pulling out my EverDrive with one hand, and he was holding a baby in the other hand. So I sort of believe him that it's fixed. But we're gonna kind of table this, so I have it, but I'm not gonna install it yet. If you're watching Rocker, you know, I'm holding on to it because I'll be having another NES stream. This will be my 1-2. I have 2 front loaders. If you watched my NES RGB video, that was actually a 3rd different NES that was for a friend. He sent me it, so that I actually don't have anymore. But I have 2. One of them is the Open Nintendo, but I also have a top loader, and I also have a Twin Famicom that I haven't modded at all. But I have ordered parts for the. Let me just pull it up. I ordered parts for the Lava RC or RGB. Sorry. Let me see if I can find the. Quickly can find the thing. Oh, this is a Drake cover. Weird. Lo-fi Drake. Lava RGB. The thing is, Bob from Retro RGB had an article about the Famicom clone thing, but he doesn't have an article about the RGB mod. He doesn't have a link to it. I can never find it, and their website is like something weird. Well, anyways, take it from me that there is a. Actually, you know what? It's open on my other computer. Hold on, I'm just. Sorry, I'm still not feeling great. So, like always, my son got sick, and okay, the URL is lava-fc.top. Why? Why is that your lava-fc.top? Okay, let's. Oh, hello. So here it is. This is the. Let me get rid of me. This is the. It's made by the designed by the people Retro Castle. If you don't know them, they made a bunch of different things. What is going on with this capture? That's weird, huh? I don't know. For some reason, this. Oh, there we go. It's like off center. That's weird. All right. It's designed by the same people that made that. They made like a clone Genesis, I think, that uses the real ASICs. And they also have a clone Famicom that uses the real NES PPU and CPU. But this is basically an NES RGB clone. Well, not a clone. I would say it's an alternative. It uses a different way, as far as I know. I bit my tongue. Uses a different way of getting RGB out from the NES. It has a somewhere, I think maybe this chip here is a RGB amp. So I have coming from PCBWay. They're actually going to populate. This is the first time I've ever used PCBWay. Normally, if you watch me, you know I like to hand solder stuff. But I figured I would try their assembly services. So I'm gonna have a whole stream about not populating it, because hopefully PCBWay will have populated most of the things. I think the only thing that I couldn't find was the RGB amp chip, and I have them already. So I ordered some. I found some old stock of them because they're a chip that's not made anymore. But they should be populating everything else, except for obviously the PPU socket. So this is the first time I've ever seen anyone install and show footage of this Lava RGB. I mean, I didn't really look. I didn't search. Somebody might have it. But this is a different chip, and shout out to Red Herring, who told me about it first. So that'll be a whole stream, and I also, along with that, I'll be getting the new Merlin Shaw replacement power boards. Now, I know what you're saying. I've talked about Merlin Shaw power boards before, and if you didn't watch those streams, I've had some issues with the original versions of the power boards, NES power boards not working, basically. Long story short, Zaxor, if you don't know, who is the laser active god, he's also a day job electrical engineer, so he knows stuff about electrical engineering. He has worked with Merlin to develop basically a better layout, a better design for the replacement power boards for the NES. So I will have a replacement NES power board that has a Genesis Model 2 RGB or mini DIN output, sort of where the back of the console where the composite video comes out. So it'll be kind of a no-cut NES RGB model. We'll test how the limits of that, if we can actually get a Genesis plug in there. So I'm excited for that, and just to see this whole thing working, and finally see an alternative to the NES RGB, whether or not it's worth other people looking into. So we can test the quality for that when it comes out. So that's coming in the future, I hope by the end of the month, but it sounds like it'll probably take PCBWay over 10 days to get all the parts and assemble it. So it's unlikely to happen before the end of the month, which is kind of a time crunch because I also still want to keep working on the Micro 8088 project, which I'm trying to finish as much of that as possible before Retro World, which is a convention in my state of Connecticut, and Lazy Game Reviews LGR Clint is going to be there this year. It's the first time he's ever been there, as far as I know. Which, I'm sorry, LGR, if you're randomly watching this or something. Retro World is okay. It's a kind of a small convention, but it's worth it for the people, to get exposure to the people. So along with that, I think I might have shown this last week, but I did get some filament because right now the Micro 8088 case is black. So I think I showed last time that this is the Bamboo Labs ABS. The color, it's like a butterscotch. It's hard to tell. It's kind of this butterscotch color. So I also ordered some. This is ABS. This is ABS, Bamboo Labs something beige or something. I don't love it. So I got some natural ABS from Atomic Filaments, and I also don't love it. It looks like a cutting board. The problem is it's sort of see-through, like transparent almost. You can kind of tell. Well, maybe not. Maybe from this angle you can tell, so you can see my hand through it, right? So it doesn't look great. So unfortunately, I'm still on the lookout for a better color of ABS for this Micro 88 project for that. But that's right. Excuse me. I also got the acrylic. I would like to make a side panel, a clear side panel. So I bought a sheet of acrylic for the Micro 88. 88. I never know what I say. I stutter over it every time, and I'm like, okay. So this is a clear. I know it has the brown paper, but it's a clear side panel thing. So it will have a clear side panel, which is kind of cool. I have to rip it. My dad's got a table saw. I have to rip it down sometime. All right, so that's everything. That's the old stuff. Oh, okay. Well, I've also got from, and this is sort of relevant to the GameCube discussion, Mr. Add-ons, aka Pork Chop Express, was extremely kind when I reached out to him. Pretty much not like little to no delay. He lives relatively close to me, and or they ship anyways relatively close to me. So within a couple of days, or maybe like less than a week, this is not every possible reflex volt cable, but it's all the ones that I have consoles for. And he even sent me 2 of the USB. Ugh, what the heck is that? Gross stuff on it. Sorry. This is not how it came. It's just my room got nasty somehow. So these are all of the, or as many as I had consoles for to test. Reflex Volt USB power delivery cable system, right? And so basically each one of these is color coded. Most of them are color coded. So there's a little guide online that you'd have to look up. So this is the red one, and it sort of tells you the output, and you can kind of tell based off of the output, and if you read your console, it'll tell you what the input needs to be. I think this is the NES cable, right? So I think the NES takes in 9 volts. So for example, this would go into the USB, this adapter, or this charger, and this would go into your wall. And then this end would just plug into your NES. So it's not an internal mod. There's no internal modding required. So this is 12 volt one. I'm not sure which consoles. This is the blue cable. Okay, so we got a blue one. I asked him for 2 GameCube connectors. So these are not colored, but this is a specific one for the GameCube, because when I buy consoles, I tend to buy just the console, just to save as much money as possible, because I don't really need all the accessories when I'm just, because I don't really flip or sell any of my consoles. I mean, maybe someday I might, but right now I collect them, right? I collect the mods, I collect the consoles to mod them in, but I don't typically buy all the accessories multiple times. So it's fine, you know, I can reuse accessories for a stream, but if I'm doing a comparison, here's another one, right? So this is the second one. So he sent me 2 GameCube power adapters, because I think I only have 1 good GameCube. I might have 2, but I've got, here's my real one. So if I want to power up 3 consoles, I need 3 power adapters, right? So I only have 1 real one. I think I might have to look actually. But Mr. Adams hooked me up, Pork Chop Express hooked me up with 2 of these and 2 of these. Now, I'm not confident to say that these are a good alternative to the Triad. So I have been using Triads really. For like my NES and the Super Nintendo. I have these this Triad, I guess, and all of the adapters for it. And what's cool about the Triad is that it comes with these stickers that let you label the console with what adapter it needs, right? So it has it doesn't need an adapter like the NES, I believe. I don't put a sticker on it, but there's a red to black cable adapter. There's a red to red one. There's a gray to black one. Hey Belmont. So these are really cool, and I think Castlemania sells all this stuff. I don't have a link or anything in the description, but Castlemania he didn't send me these, but this is where I bought them. I bought them Castlemania. So in the past I've used these, and they're fine. However, you know, obviously I don't really test even this. I think Firebrand X was the first person to mention that these were a good replacement for things, because it's not that I don't like using the original power adapters. I don't know. Thanks for the Flippy Drive video. I think the only one who did something well, just because there aren't many people, like, I think Macho Nacho did an install video too. So you might want to check out his for the Flippy Drive. But it's still pre-production, and not that many people have it. So I kind of figured that I might as well show off the Flippy Drive. And we will again, we do the shootout. So might as well do a video, little live stream. So anyways, I have all these. There's an orange one. Here's another red one, or did I put that? I've got 2 red ones then. That's interesting. Anyways, and this is a Super Nintendo adapter. So I guess over time I'll be using these now, the Reflex, because it kind of is like, not that I don't like the Triad. The problem with the Triad is, I don't know, there's no problem with the Triad, I guess. I don't really have a problem with it. But I was very intrigued with these, the Reflex system. I hope the music's not too loud. Let me turn it down a little more. Just the fact that they're USB-C power delivery. And you know, I actually was talking to Mr. Adams. I don't know if he wants me to mention it, but there are some people that don't necessarily like him, Mr. Adams himself, and his business, I suppose. And so I think that these have gotten a bad reputation, or at least, okay, maybe not these specifically, but USB power delivery itself overall has gotten a bad reputation. However, I will say that Zaxor uses these. He uses these in his consoles. What I would like to do eventually is I talked with Zaxor, and actually it might be special if I like brought him on as a guest. Yours is more recent. Oh, okay, that's cool. Maybe to bring him on as a special guest and kind of talk about, well, I need to do some work on my end. I would like to kind of figure out how to test these cables, and really any cable, the triad, these, an original power adapter, and kind of compare them somehow with an oscilloscope. So I've had it for basically almost as long as the channel, maybe for like 3 years now. I'm gonna bust out one of the GameCubes, probably the GCLoader first, and we could keep talking. But I've had an oscilloscope for about probably 3 or 4 years now. Yeah, this is my GCLoader one, and I've literally never used it for anything. I have a nice Siglent one. I spent $500 on this 4-channel, I think it's 100 or 200 megahertz oscilloscope. Never used it. I think I plugged it in and turned it on one time. Never used it, which is a shame. So I think I should be able to use the oscilloscope to at least visualize the ripple, which is like the deviation, the current ripple of a power supply, and that's kind of how you can compare them. And I already talked to Zaxor about how to really go about doing that. You know, vaguely. I haven't really jumped into it yet. But he was saying that a good way would be, so basically you wouldn't really be testing the cord. It really doesn't matter what console that you use it with, per se, just as long as the power supply has a load on it. So for example, I just put it away. So for example, I will take one of these. Basically, when Mr. Add-ons, he recommends that you use his USB chargers. I mean, you might have your own. There's probably a bunch of brands that could work with them, but he recommends this for most people, to use his specific USB adapters. Porkchop is the man. He's been nothing but helpful. Yeah, he's a really nice guy, seems like. It's just, I feel like Mr. itself, like that Mr. project, is just kind of tainted. No offense. All right, I've been talking a lot. So anyways, what you could do to test out how good this specific USB adapter is, according to Zaxor, is you could take some Genesis Model 1s. I don't know why Model 1 specifically, maybe it's easy to attach probes to. And actually he said to attach 2 of them in together. So what that would mean is I would have to open up, I have 2 Model 1s, so that's fine. I have to take my 2 Model 1 Genesises, put a wire, 2 wires, I guess, a ground and a voltage wire between the barrel jacks of one console to the other. And, so I guess I'll just say this is a 12 volt cable for the GameCube. It should work in either of the ports. I don't know if you guys can see this very well. Let me get this piece of garbage out of the way. There are labels here that tell you different voltages. So here we go, 5 volts, 9 volts, 12 volts, 15 volts, 20 volts. But the bottom one is lower. So I think in theory you could use both of them at the same time. Anyways, Zaxor was saying that if you daisy chain them, the 2 Model 1 Genesises, and then you powered one of them with the power supply. Actually, the cables are freaking long, man. These are probably 15 feet. No, maybe 10 feet. And then you could turn it on and then put an oscilloscope up to the probably either one of the either one of the input sides of the Genesis while they're both powered on. So basically you have the load of 2 Genesises, and then you could test the ripple and stuff. There's like different parameters that you got to use. Okay, so I'm connecting this GameCube using one of the, it's kind of a tight fit. So here's the power thing in here. Let's see. It is pretty tight. These are like custom molded. It's fine though, it fits in there well. These are like custom molded power connectors. It's kind of neat. All right, so that's pretty much it. What I'm trying to do is I'm gonna boot this up. Oh, this is my GC dual system. So I need to connect this to my RetroTink 4K because the 4K is the only console that I have. Actually, that's not true. I could use the Morph, huh? Okay, so I'll connect this to the Morph. But then I'm gonna see if I need to update it. My goal of this stream is to try to update all my systems. To do that though, to connect this to my Morph, I need to do a lot of garbage. Let's see, can I do this a better way? Probably not. All right, for the sake of embarrassment and lulls, I'm gonna do something that I probably shouldn't do. Show you my room, kind of. All right, so I've got my tripod. I'm gonna set up a little tripod to see if I can set my phone on it, so you guys can see what the hell I'm doing. I have to connect stuff in the, like, my Morph has been disconnected for a couple of months now. I haven't really used it that much. I haven't used any of them. That's not a slight against the Morph. I haven't really used the RetroTink that much either. Well, I do occasionally, and I will for this comparison stream. But my goal is to get all my things connected so that I can have all 3 consoles on the screen at the same time. Oh, I have one more thing to talk about. So if this is a dumb, boring stream, I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. I'm sick, like I said. But I have a lot of things to do to get ready for that stream. So it's going to be kind of... You guys watching the day in the life of somebody who needs to capture 3 devices at the same time is kind of nuts. And I'm looking for... Somewhere I've got a... oh, it's over here. Another phone mount. Okay. All right, so I've got another phone mount. So let's see. This is gonna be terrible. All right. All right, let's do a flippy do here. I've got to plug in my Morph. I'm doing all this so I can cable manage my garbage. All right, at the risk of showing you guys the bitch you live here meme in real life, basically. No offense. I'm not trying to be offending, but that's a funny meme that I like. Oh God. Okay, we're back. Hello? Yeah, we're back. Okay, not bad, not bad. Can I make this a different angle? Yes, I can. Okay. Oh, what was I saying? Oh, look. So I have a third capture card now. This is the AverMedia GC553. So this is not the new one, the newest one, but this is the Live Gamer Ultra. So in theory, this should be able to record 4K 60. Granted, it's at 422 and not, so it's chroma subsampled, but that's fine because YouTube streams are already chroma subsampled, so it wouldn't really matter that much. But this will let me capture another 4K 60 input. I did actually box up the OSSC Pro. That's going to go back to Brandon Arnold. I think that's his name. I don't know. I feel guilty that I have it still, but all right. So let's get the goal right now is to connect the morph. So you guys might see some plumber's crack. This is you guys over here. Look at that. Sweet. That's the exact capture device I have. I use it to capture some of my consoles at 1440p. Yeah, I mean, I have the internal AverMedia cards of this generation. Those ones actually can't. The internal ones can record without chroma subsampling. So that's what I normally use. But the other cool thing about this is that it has both. I didn't think that this is a useful thing in the first place, but it has both an input and the bypass output. And I love using that for the other internal cards because I can do, you know, the morph for the retro tank or something in the input to capture it, and then loop it out to another HDMI switcher, and then that goes to my TV. So I can independently control what I just show you guys. Whoa. I can independently control what I show you guys and what I'm seeing on the TV. I could remember wrong, but I think it might only do 4K 30. As far as I know, this is supposed to be able to do 4K 60, but chroma subsample. So we're gonna see. Hi, Mom. I'm on TV. It's a good capture card. Oh, this thing is dusty as hell. Okay, well, don't look at the screen. This is what you guys are always. I'm always looking at. Here is this little cheap KYY apparently brand 1080p portable display. All right, so my goal. I gotta move this garbage out of the way. For now, just my desk is absolutely, my bed is absolutely disgusting. I need to. I've got to plug my morph back in. Oh, think. Where is the power supply? God. I need a light over there, huh? Where's my light? Sorry, this is a terrible stream. We haven't even done anything yet. I haven't even powered on a single GameCube once yet. The other problem I'm gonna have with this GameCube stream is I don't know if I have 3 controllers. So yeah, fun. Okay, I have an alternative. Okay, let's plug this in. Plug it into my tripod. Video production, not even once. Oh, here it is. It's right here. Found it. My son must have been using it, or actually maybe I was using it. So this is what I was looking for. I use these Anchor power supplies for both the morph and the retro tank, so they're fine. The problem with the retro tank is I need to restart it every stream. Every time I turn it on, I need to turn it right back off and on, or unplug it and plug it back in again. But I've heard that is not fixable, apparently. Well, I don't know. I haven't actually heard if it was not fixable. Okay, so you guys can't see anything, but that's right. So at one point I got these shelving things. I have one up here. So my retro tank is here. So I need to connect the morph. It's currently unplugged, but I've got to find the HDMI cables on the other side. So actually, let me first plug it in. I did actually label. Well, I actually don't need the OSSC Pro anymore. I labeled one end of these things with the console that it was coming from, because at my stream computer here, which is on the floor, I was having a hard time knowing which one was which. Okay, so the morph cable is this one. Oh, is it really just on the floor now? Oh, no, it's not. It's that one. Okay, we found it. Did we? This should be unplugged. Okay, we found it. We found the other end. That was easy. Okay, so we have the morph output HDMI cable. The one that I ran behind this shelf. So this will go out of the output of the RetroTink morph, or the RetroTink morph. Yeah, that's a new one. The output of the morph. Now I need to find a USB cable for the morph. What did I do with it? Oh, it's here on the floor. When life hands you cables, you put them on the floor, right? Oh wait, this is not gonna work. Where are my USB Type-C to Type-C cables? God, this is a nightmare. Oh, here's one. Are these the ones that I'm using? Oh, I guess they are. Okay, found it. Yeah, when life gives you cables, you put them on the floor. Let me look at the comments for a second. We vibing. If you really want to go all in on the updating, you might want to check what version of GC Video. Yeah, so actually my my GCLoader, which this also has a GCLoader, the HDMI mod. No, not GCLoader. GC Dual. My GC Dual is updated to the point now, I think, where if you wanted to update it, all you have to do is put a file on the SD card. There might be some app that you have to load through Swiss, but I can do it without connecting anything to the... I don't need to take the GameCube apart. So that is one thing that I have accomplished in that GameCube. All right, so we're good here. We're almost ready to turn this thing on, I swear. All right, Morph is plugged in. We did it. Now I need to plug the GameCube in. And I need to get my mini HDMI cable to HDMI cable. I probably should update the Morph too. Actually, let's do that while I'm waiting. So let me get the Morph. Actually, never mind. That's a funny joke. I was gonna say let me get the Morph remote, but okay. What is going on here? Why is this tiny? What's the output of this? 1080p? No, that won't work. What is going on here? Why is that stretched? Ugh, whatever. Okay, so while I'm getting this mini HDMI cable, why does this look stretched? Or maybe it's not. Does this look stretched? No, I guess it doesn't. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. How do I... I can't remember how to open the Morph menu. It's been so very long. Does CEC not work anymore? That's weird. All right, I guess I do have to find the Morph remote. Morph remote, where are you? Did I put it away? I might have put it in my box of shame, aka the upscaler box, because that thing is a piece. The Morph remote, I mean. Where could it be? Well, that's not fun. Somewhere is my Morph remote. Huh. Anybody see my Morph remote? Hey Google. Google, oh, it's right on my computer. Found it. In the future, Google AI will be, is this just not working? I don't understand. All right, let's power cycle it. Are we good now? Hello? Does this even have batteries anymore? Okay. Do the face buttons work? They do. Why? Maybe it's the light? Is it too much light in here? Okay, so my morph remote stopped working. Yeah, if it's on at least GC, if it's at least 3.0, and you can update it with the dual updater, bring up the GC video menu and go into about, and there's an update option. Okay, neat. Okay, so what is going on with that? Okay, well, is it detected input? Actually, I kind of feel bad because Belmont sent me a Elgato HD60, the external one, and I'm probably not going to use it now that I have that new Elgato. All right, let's plug this in. All right, HDMI cable is plugged in to the GameCube. Now it's got to get over to the morph. Ready? All right, so morph HDMI input goes there. Okay. So let's see. Let's see what happens when we turn the GameCube on. We get any input. Okay, so the GameCube works with the Mr. Add-ons cable. That's good. Hey, we're morphing now. But unfortunately, I just can't use the menu. So this is kind of fun. Can I navigate the menu on the front? Okay, I guess we're gonna do this. System. Down to firmware. Check for an update. Firmware is up to date. That's interesting. Okay, well, that was easy. All right, let's get out. All right, GameCube, the morph is done. We haven't done anything with the GameCube yet. All right, let's see. How do I check if the GCLoader needs an update? Is it possible to tell? Actually, I probably should plug in a GameCube controller, huh? Or is there a new version of Swiss? All right, let's put the camera aside for a second. So this console is actually the one that has the Laser Bear Blue Retro internal adapter. So this is probably the one that I'm going to use my Switch controller on. But where did I put my Switch controller? Just for the sake of starting a game, not really playing it. Not that I have anything against the Switch controller, but I'm also going to sit the hell down because I'm tired. That wiped me out just plugging that in. I almost fell on the ground. I say. Yesterday, Erin, my girlfriend, sat in my office chair, my steel case. Oh, it's not in here. I have a pretty decent office chair, the steel case. Where is the Switch controller? It should work with the 8-bit Do controller, right? Wow. Yep. My stuff is a mess. Okay, is this at batteries? Yep. charged enough. Okay. So my girlfriend sat in my computer chair, and well, she didn't break it. I guess it was gonna break anyways. She put the office chair all the way down. This is like I bought this used. Like, that's a life hack if you didn't know. Buy a used office chair because they last forever. They're a lot more expensive than a normal, like Staples or something branded office chair, but they last a lot longer. I can't, I used to work in an office, and they have these steel case chairs, and they last a really long, like a really long time. Or if something breaks, you can replace the parts. So this is like a $1,200 chair that I got for like $400. Anyway, so she bottomed out the thing. Let me see, I can put my face in here. How to do that? Oh, okay. Why? Why are you like this? Anyway, she bottomed it out, and I just went through hell trying to fix it. Why is this like this? I don't even know. I'm not even mad. Why? I just want to know why you're like this. I'm just wide Putin, I guess. Let me try to unplug it and plug it back in. Nope, still wide Putin. Oh, is this what the ultra wide camera looks like? Maybe that's why. All right, am I wide Putin still? Kind of. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Is this view better? Oh, okay, it is fine. Okay, we're here. We're here, we're gaming. It's weird in this view, why? I don't know, whatever, I don't care. All right, I'm trying to see, is there a new update for GCLoader? Probably not, right? How do we tell that? How can we tell if there's a new update? Is there a dole? Okay, first question is, how do I connect the controller to the the laser bear thing? All right, I need to Google it. All right, actually here. Excuse me. Is it weird in this one? No, it's fine here. Hell, man, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything tonight. Okay. How do we tell if GCLoader updates? The latest Swiss update was 3 days ago. Okay. I'm gonna guess that there hasn't been an update. I don't know how to tell what version I have. All right, fine. Let's just do it. So I gotta take out the SD card out of the GCLoader. I can plug it in my thing. Okay. Let's download the latest. What is happening to the music? Oh. The Bluetooth on... Oh, because these are Bluetooth headphones. They're freaking out for some reason. Okay, so what's on my screen? What's on this folder here? Does it really hate the... Oh, you know what? Wow, it did not like the fact that I had an SD card plugged in. So I'm using a different SD card reader that's not on that hub. Oh, look. I'm assuming that I already did the update because it's here already. So that's fine. I guess we're good. So I guess this is already up to date. Although, let's check GCLoader, the GC video. GC Dual. Version. Firmware. Run it and it'll tell you. Okay, we can run it when I plug it back in again. Video Game Perfection has an article. Oh, really? This is Video Game Perfection has a send-in service. Well, no, we don't want that. Yeah, that's fine. We'll run it in a second. Okay, GC video. The list of shame. All right, so I'm gonna guess that maybe somewhere in here is a firmware for the GCLoader or the GC Dual. All right, let's see if there's let's go back out to the main GitHub. See if there's a release. There is. 3.1. Oh, okay, it's way old. So the latest release of GC Video is 3.1, I'm guessing, and that was from 2021. So do I have this in here? Yeah. GC Dual ADV 7125 3.1.bin. Okay. I'm gonna guess that this is up to date. Using this updater script. So this is how you update. I think this is how you update it without needing to plug it in. So the last thing we have to do is figure out how to get a controller connected to this console. I'm gonna use my SM30 Pro Plus. Check the GC video. Okay, so let's plug in the SD card, go to the updater, see if it's up to date. But I still need to figure out how to connect the controller. So after that, this first console will be ready for the stream. Oh, with the exception of games. So if you're watching this now and you have suggestions for games for me to try, leave that in the comments. Well, I don't know if you can comment yet on the live stream, but put it in the chat or whatever. Or actually, probably be better to tweet me, but yeah. I never tweeted that I was live, but that's right. This is sort of a weird flavor. We drink a lot of seltzer, and this is all day rosé. I don't know, don't like it. But I'm drinking it because I opened it. Okay, so I need the controller first to navigate the menu. So, Laser Bear, GameCube, Blue Retro. Bluetooth, Blue Retro. All right, is there a user guide? There's been 2 versions of this. I sort of wish, I don't know what I wish. I understand that he wants to continuously update these things, but yeah, there's been 2 versions since there will be once the new one is released. There will be 2 newer versions of this than I have. All right, reset button. Let's see, where's the pair? So I'm gonna put the GC or the SM30 Pro Plus in pair. I can just hold the button down until it flashes. Okay. These buttons are very dim. Okay, so holding the reset button on my system for 7 to 9 seconds, so that all 4 front ports are flashing. Oh. Okay, there's 3 levels of flashing. Okay. Okay. So this controller is connected to something. Oh, there we go. Did that work? Hell yeah, okay. Actually, is there a way to update the laser bear thing? How do you update the you can barely see it. The LEDs on this thing are really dim, but you can kind of see that the first controller is paired. So let's go to the capture. Does it work now? Hey! For GC Dual, if you hold down the LR, X, and Y buttons down at the main menu, okay. To check the GC video menu. Okay, so let's see. Left, right, X, and Y. Nope, that didn't work. Let's see. Switch to the capture. So the first thing that I can do if I back out of here. No. All right, let's just restart. How do I restart in this thing? Restart. How do I actually restart the console? Oh, God. Because I forgot this blue retro thing messes with the reset button. Okay, system reset. Main left trigger, main right trigger, middle left. Start, face left. Oh. Left trigger, right trigger. That didn't do anything. Okay, well. Not sure how long you have to hold it. All right. It's possible that it's this. All right, let's try it again. Let's read the thing again. So it says, system reset, main left trigger, main right trigger, middle left is select, or start, and then face left. How do you back out? Okay. I don't know. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to reset the console. But we can go in this updater script. Are you guys not seeing everything? What is happening to my capture cards? I'm about to freak out. It's not fun. This is an OBS thing? All right, well, let's unplug it and plug it back in, the HDMI cable. Let's try that. All right. Let's just turn it off and on again too for ha-has. Because I love ha-has. We love ha-has. I'm losing it, guys. This is real time me going insane. Yeah. Why is it not showing the whole screen? Why are you doing this? It's there. Why is it doing it? Yeah, I got music so I don't blast my brains out. Just kidding. I need a minute. I'm just gonna fall asleep on stream. Listen to this music. Bonzo. Sorry, I'm sick too. I guess I'm starting to like React. So if you don't know, we'll talk about this for a minute. I talked about the app I'm building, the Discord. I'm calling it Discord Search Optimizer, so that I can try to Google searchify my own Discord, but also I'm hoping that other people will let me archive their Discords too. It'd be kind of cool to have not just Google search, right? So like Google bot, the Google search bots, to be able to come by and like read all the posts on different, not all of them, but specific channels. So for my Discord, it's the help channels, the console specific help channels. So I'm building this thing to get those posts, build a scraper that can get all the messages every day and put them in a paginated list so that Google can come and scrape it. So I want to have good SEO, good URL structures and stuff. I was originally making it with Blazor and I got kind of far, but I got stuck on something. So instead of me struggling with that, I just decided, okay, I'm gonna remake it, but using React, which is a JavaScript framework, but it's if you don't know anything about web app development, React is like the #1 most popular framework. Blazor is .NET, ASP.NET product, Microsoft, and that's currently like 5th or 6th most popular. So I'm redoing it in the most popular, but I have to learn it. It's a different style of programming. And I also, if you saw my tweet the other day, I was like, React is the most unreadable garbage ever, because it's like, it's not pure JavaScript, but it's TypeScript, but it's like vastly different from the Microsoft stuff that I was doing. But I'm kind of starting to like it. My problem now, Bonzo, if you're still listening, is I'm trying to figure out a UI framework. I was using ShadCN in the beginning, but it's not necessarily a framework. It's really a copy and paste thing. It's like you can like download this guy's pre-made React modules, and then you're supposed to customize them from there. But I don't really want to customize them. I want like a bootstrap type thing where it's like already made and stuff. You can like configure it. So I tried NextUI, and the problem that I always have constantly with these JavaScript frameworks is the installation is so effing painful. The problem I was having originally with NextUI is if you use the Next.js, I'm sticking with Next.js for now because it's also the most popular framework for React. The problem I'm having is the newest Next.js thing uses Tailwind CSS, and it has some kind of a CSS reset on it that was nullifying some of the NextUI colors, right? So it's like if you have a button and you put a primary class name or whatever on it, it's supposed to be blue, but because of the Tailwind CSS reset or something, it was showing up as white. It was nuking the color. So I finally figured out what style sheet BS. It's not a style sheet, it's style sheets from hell, because every single CSS framework has a way that you can override the themes and stuff, but it's in a effing JSON file somewhere. So you have to kind of find where the JSON file, and everyone is different. Every place it's different. Every framework is different. So this is my frustration when I was working on Angular. It wasn't just learn the Angular, it was also learn like Node.js or like the package manager and then the bundler. You had to learn so much useless. I'll call it useless because that's what it is. It's busy work. You're making busy work for yourself. Instead of having one singular thing for the rest of the time and everybody coming around to that thing, there's 1,000 of them. There's 1,000. Okay, old man yells at cloud, but it's awful. It really is awful. An awful way of building the websites. So there's a feature in Next UI. Oh, so I just want like a top nav and then like a container, like the rest of the website that is the same width, right? So I don't want it to be as wide as the whole page. I want it to be like a normal, just a page width header, like top nav, just the logo and like eventually like a search bar maybe, and then maybe like a button to change light mode and dark mode or something like that. And then I want the content of the page to be the same width as that. I don't know how to do that because Next UI uses Tailwind UI, Tailwind CSS, but it doesn't give you instructions on how you're supposed to do it. The reason I like Bootstrap is because it's painfully obvious. It gives you examples over and over again. Here's exactly how you set up. Even if everybody's page is going to look exactly the same because it's Bootstrap, you'll know how to do it. Next UI is just like, oh, I mean, it's decent, it's fine, but then the other flavor of the month CSS framework or component library they're called, I guess, in React is Mantine. Not like manatee, it's Mantine, but they use a manatee logo or something like a narwhal or something. And Mantine is also painful. It's like if you want to install it, it's better if you use a template. You have to remake your whole effing app. How about that? In your instructions on like if you wanted to move from one UI component framework to another one, it literally has the gall to say rebuild your app from scratch. Like make a new project from a template and copy your shit in. I'm sorry I'm swearing, but that makes me mad. That is the most popular UI component framework. Really? That. So unless you started your app from the beginning with Mantine, it gives you half-assed instructions to manually install it, but it basically says this. I was trying to figure out how they have this other thing that's called they have like a top nav, but it's like an all-in-one thing, like the control, the top navigation, and the nav bar side thing. But it doesn't, because of how freaking React works, it doesn't allow you to do it on the root layout page. Okay, I'm sorry. This has nothing to do with GameCube, but I'm just pissed off. I hate it. Invite me to the repo. All right, I'll try. You can help me. I'm not using Vite. No, I'm not. Okay, nothing against it, but like I looked up when I started this. Part of this is like skill building for me, right? I looked up the 2023, which is the latest, I believe. I don't think there's one yet for 2024. I looked at the Stack Overflow developer survey, and React and Next.js are the two highest options up there. So clearly everybody's using them. Not everybody, but I mean just maniacs, psychopaths are using it and liking it. Psychopaths use and like React. Okay, I'm sorry. I use a table to enclose it. Yeah, I seriously. Are you handling images? I would like to. So how alterations, how they work is Discord actually puts attachments in their CDN, their content delivery network, for you. So it should be relatively easy. I have access to the text messages as well as any attachments, so that's posts or files and stuff. But I don't need to rehost them. Hopefully this isn't like illegal or anything. I hopefully should be able to just post to the Discord CDN thing. So really all I need to do is put an image tag with the Discord CDN of the image and it should show up on the page. It shouldn't be that difficult. True on psychos use like React. No, I like Tailwind. The problem is not necessarily Tailwind. I can get my head around it. The problem is I want Tailwind to be more. I want Tailwind to do everything for me like Bootstrap. I don't love Tailwind, but I get the flexbox and all this, like all the stuff that it allows you to do, and I sort of like the padding and the margin syntax and all this stuff. That's not really the problem. The problem is React. However, I do like, so I did it took me like 4 days to go through the Next.js tutorial. And what's interesting is it seems like most, or not most, but Next.js seems very server-oriented, server-side stuff oriented. It gives you the flexibility of running either server-side or client-side components and intermix them, which is really cool. So I do like it. That's what I'm kind of like. The actual Next.js framework is fine. It's the components and stuff that I hate. The UI components, I really hate it. I don't. It does nothing for me. And if you go on YouTube, you ask for or you look for tutorials on Next UI, because they named it Next UI. If you type Next space UI, you're gonna find UI framework tutorials for Next.js. You could name your thing anything else. You name it dildos. I don't know, anything that comes up differently in Google search. You named it Next UI. Okay. I should get pissed off at people in retro more often, but I don't. I stay calm. But I get pissed off in dev stuff because that's my living. Not React, but I am a .NET developer. That's my full-time job, so I can get mad at .NET stuff, but and web frameworks and stuff. But it makes me very mad. It's not intuitive. Basically, every time that you redo it, right? So there's it's on Next 14 or something, Next.js 14, because it's like a 10-year-old framework at this point. It sounds like very recently they got that server-side component functionality. You might as well throw out every single old Next.js tutorial that there is, because they're all out of date. They're all not as good as the official documentation, or the tutorials are out of date now, because they like expect that you're up to date on the best way to do it. All right, sorry, I'm done. That would give you different search results. Yeah, I know. Well, you could type in React dildo. I mean, that might come up with something, but way better than Webpack. You don't like Vite. I don't know what the hell Vite is. What's Vite? Oh, is Vite a package manager? I've been using pnpm. I don't really understand the difference between pnpm and npm, to be honest. But and I'm like, okay, let me try to get the. I'll try to look at the Mantine. I try to look at the Mantine templates, because they give you some templated Next.js apps. I try to type in npm, pull down the GitHub repo, npm install. This project is set up for something else. Not Vite, something else. Some other package manager. So you literally can't use npm. You literally can't do it. Excuse me. You can't install the package modules unless you use the one that they want you to use. I was just learning pnpm and npm. I want to use that. No, can't do it with a tutorial one. It's asinine. Bad. It's bad. It's just bad. Terrible. Vite is like Webpack. I don't know what Webpack is. I don't know. I understand vaguely that it's minifying all your JavaScript or something. Or all the modules or something. It's like combining them to deliver them or something like that. Vague, very. I should not have to worry about that. You know what I don't have to worry about with ASP.NET? That. Guess how many different package managers there are for ASP.NET? One. It's called. Why am I forgetting it? Whoops. NuGet. Microsoft gives you one option. Here you go. You'll like it too. It's fine. It works. It actually works. Just use that one. Use new npm. Do it. It's a bundler, yeah. Okay. So what is the difference between a package manager and a bundler? So it bundles. It puts all the different packages together or whatever in one file to send it off to the client. All right. I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm freaking out. I don't know what's happening with the GameCube here. It's not important for next week, so I'm going to put that one away. All right. Next, let's do Pico Boot. Pico Boot, is that what it's called? I hope I don't have to take this apart to update it. All right, so this console does not have an HDMI mod. It's literally just the Pico Boot, and you use the SD card, actually, which I don't know where the SD card for this console is. through the SD to SP2 thingamabob. So let's go ahead. I need to put this console, the other console, aside because it's just gonna kind of live here for a bit. Now I need to plug in everything for this second GameCube. Hey, at least the power adapter didn't give me grief. I don't know what roll-up is either. I'm trying to read your comments. Bundler, look at what Webpack Home Hero to see what Bundler does. Okay. It also doesn't respect system proxies or SSL cert CAs. I don't know what that means. Are you a developer too, Alteracious? Were you just interested in my rant there, my developer rant? And I mean, I get paid okay money, like above average income, and man, I don't know. I don't get paid enough. That's all I'll say. All right, I'm gonna use the other. Actually, let me just see. Well, you know what? Forget it. I want to use. Actually, you know what's fun? Let's see if we can connect both GameCubes at the same time. That'd be a fun way to blow up my house or something. Can we use both GameCube cables? Because they only do 12 volts, and I think those power adapters have two 12-volt outputs. So can we connect two of these USB-C, two USB-C cables to the same thing, and then power them both on at the same time? Let's just do a quick test. If I call it a Pico Boot, don't they recommend not connecting? Yeah, so, well, is there a way to update Pico Boot through Swiss? I'll have to Google it. I'm gonna Google it before I do anything, but I just want to see if this console works. I also have to find a Nintendo component cable. I don't really like how tight. Let me do this. These cables are pretty tight. I guess it's fine. I mean, they'll probably wear in, but like it feels uncomfortably tight. Hopefully I'm not breaking anything. Okay, so this doesn't have an HDMI mod, although I do have another GC Dual that I could install in this. And eventually, I hope that there's going to be a GC Gem. We won't know. They have a Wii one apparently, but all right, what am I looking for? Oh, I do have a Wavebird. I could have used the Wavebird with that last one. Oh, I'm looking for a component cable. Is it in my Super Nintendo box? Might be. Oh, there is one. I think it's not an official Nintendo one though. That's fine. Don't really need anything special. Okay, so this one. Oh, is this an S-video cable? Where did I get a Nintendo S-video cable? I don't think it's very well shielded, but what? That's pretty cool. So I think GameCube can do S-video. Let's try it. So this guy can go into the RetroTink 4K. So let's plug this in. It's a Fintendo. It doesn't have a Nintendo logo. All right. You're a network guy, okay. And unexpected things happen to our devs and their environments when we have secure network traffic better. Yeah. Unexpected things happen to devs? That's the understatement of the century. The only way to update Pico Boot using UF2 file, but I'm not 100% sure. All right, I'll Google it in a second. This might even need to be like 3 streams. 2 to get ready and 1 for the show. I'm gonna use the front. Oh, here's my other Nintendo component cable. I'm gonna use the front input, the front S-video input on the RetroTink. I've never used that before. This will be a live first hand look at the S-video cable, an S-video cable for the. Okay, it's very tight. Well, I jammed it in there. We're good. Send it. I'm sending it into my $700 device for science. All right, let's see. now I need to go to, oh, first I actually need to restart the RetroDink. Because reasons. I say that sarcastically, but I'm not mad at Mike. There's some stuff that's getting hot over there. I need a fan or something. All right, let's go to the second and a fourth to test ETH to GC. Maybe. GameCube S video is nice and crispy. Check the text in Burnout or Dark Alliance. Yeah, I actually like Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance too, but apparently real Baldur's Gate people hated that game. You're an amateur software developer and have some software I've released for Dreamcast. Oh, that's cool. I bet you developing for Dreamcast is easier than it is, well, okay. Less painful. I'm not gonna say easier because any software development is hard. It's probably less painful to develop on the Dreamcast than it is to make a React app. Okay. Let's switch the input to front S video. Okay, ready? Main screen, turn on. Nothing. Well. Oh, did I just not plug this in? That was cool. I stretched the power cable all the way over here and I didn't plug it in. I'm tired, y'all. So tired. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's turn it on. Whoop. Hey, we got power. Hey, the RetroDink's working. Maybe. Maybe it's working. Hello? Well, let's try it again. Oh. I hear it. It's probably this cable. It's probably a piece of garbage. We'll try plugging it in, out and in again. Did I mangle it? Nope. Is there a back S-video cable? S-video? Or does GameCube not have S-video output? Hype for the Undertale music. This song is way too hype for the level of energy in the stream. My energy. All right, I need to ditch this. I don't know if this GameCube cable is gonna work. Let me take one more look in my box of cables. Let's see if I have a. Nope. All right, somewhere I have a, oh, you know what? It might be in the basement, my basement. Okay, well I have a composite cable because I feel like we're just gonna get to the Pico Boot today, or PicoLoader today, and that's it. So, let us swap out the S video for composite. This is not even a good Megalovania. What is this called? Megalovania? Not even a good one. All right. Discord is an Electron app. Double audio? Okay, we can look into that. Microsoft does not have me corrupted, Bonzo. I take offense to that. You can teach me stuff. All right, menu, composite. All right, we have video out of this stupid GameCube. Okay, what? Do I have to unplug it again? When in doubt, restart the RetroTink, apparently. It's probably a RetroTink update. See, now you know why I haven't prepared yet for this stream, because I knew it was going to take so much effort. Okay, front composite. See? I had to restart the RetroTink, and it just worked. That happens a lot. Sorry, I'm not trying to get mad, but yeah. Wait, is there double audio on something? Oh, I bet you I know why. Oh, no wonder. Oh, no. Let me see. Oh, yeah, you were, the problem is I'm monitoring the capture card. So that means I'm listening to it on the desktop audio. So what I'd have to do is I'd have to do this. Mute that. Buy music for a minute. Add. Application audio capture. Chrome audio. And then I have to put in Chrome. Okay. Now let's test it. If I mute that, will it stop? Okay, we're good. Hitano Village is such a sick song. Skip next UI. So what would you recommend? Just Tailwind, but you want why? You want to style my app for me? All right, if I have to just go back to vanilla Tailwind, I can do that. I hope I can do that. Oh, see ya, Bonzo. Okay, I think that, let's see. Let's get into a, I need, oh ho! Let me get my, I'll get the, just for simplicity's sake, I have a Wavebird. So I'm just gonna use a Wavebird for this one. Of course, it's my Wavebird that doesn't have a button. I need to fix that one of these days. Okay, now this needs batteries. Oh, never mind. I left batteries in here. That's not safe. Okay. Connecting the Wavebird. Neat. Why did this not boot into, why did this not boot into Swiss? Oh, it doesn't have a, oh, all right. I have to see if this is my Pico Boot memory card. All right. Excuse me. Jesus. Is this my Pico I have to look for my. Okay, this is probably it. IPL.dole, is that the Pico Boot way? Okay, let's see. Let's plug this in. All right. Let's go back. Okay. Global settings. Why is this opening? Glorious composite video. All right, let's Google how to. Let's just see if I solved the double audio thing. I know the music is still playing in the background. I'm just doing a test. So the GameCube shouldn't be twice, at least. I bet you S-Video works now. Oh, yeah. Alterations just said that. That's fine. Okay, good. All right. Let's Google how to update Pico Boot. See if I need to take this console apart. Whoops. .1080 Avalanche. Updating Pico Boot firmware. Updating Pico Boot. Is this the only way? In order to update Pico Boot, you need a micro USB cable and physical access to the Raspberry Pi Pico inside your console. Well, and if I also remember, I can't have the console. Oh, here. Due to current Pico Boot wiring method, you should desolder the 3.3 volt for the update time of update. This is done to prevent supplying 3.3 volts to the console. So I can't even see if I have a new version, or the version of Pico Boot that is on here is newer or not. All right, let's look at their, check out the releases when there's the most recent release. I don't know, but what I can do, I can look at my PicoLoader video, Pico Boot video. Ah. I installed version 2. Although, wait. No, I didn't. I updated it. Did I already do this? When did I install the Pico Boot? So this is when I installed the Raspberry Pi Pico W with the Bluetooth. What version of this is it? So I installed something, but what? Pico Blue. Oh, this is that special handheld legend firmware. Okay. Let's see, was there a new version of that? I think this Bluetooth stuff was supposed to be merged into normal, actually, let's do that. Let's check. I don't think it was there. This version of PicoBoot .3 was supposed to be for the M.2 loader. Or added a physical on-off switch. I don't have that. I would have added a diode to the 3.3 volts to prevent the voltage. Yeah, I'll have to do that. I'll have to get one and update it. Or I'll put that in here. The problem is... what is it called? Pico BT. What is the firmware called? Oh, I must have put the link to the firmware in the description. Okay, April 12th. When was this video? April 17th. Okay, so this is the latest version of this. However, it's sort of annoying now that this has a different version. I don't know if that means I should go ahead and update this to revert it, because I didn't really like the Bluetooth thing. Didn't really work well. I mean, it works fine for the Switch controller, but not for any other Bluetooth controller. So I'd rather it doesn't really get you anything right now. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth going back and well, you have to assume that this Pico Boot BT was a fork of this, right? Version 3. I hope. Does it tell you what it was? If it was a fork? It sort of looks like it, right? Because this is commits by WebHDX, right? When was the last commit by WebHDX? Here, 10 minutes ago. Okay, so you have to think that this, let's see, we can actually look, right? doesn't tell you what branch it was in. I have to assume that this is based off of a fairly recent branch of PicoLoader. I don't know if it's worth installing the Pico Boot, newer one. Oh, you think the 3 in IR3 or 1R3 indicates that? Yes, okay. All right. I hope that that's the case, so we're just going to not mess with the Pico Boot. But I suppose if we find issues eventually with the Pico Boot that, like maybe slowdowns or something, we can look into if we have to switch the firmware over. But I don't know if that means that like is WebHDX just kind of done until like the M.2 loader comes out, because I assume that that's when the speed up is going to come. Actually, there's an Ethernet firmware. Who was talking about that? Oh, the Flippy Boot guys, Flippy Drive. Never mind. All right, so I guess we can call that fine. Done. Now I got to slide all this garbage over. Okay, so we have at least the capability of booting both. Let's see actually if that is the thing we could do. Morph. RetroTink. Hey. They don't line up, but YOLO. There's something up with the capture card for the morph, huh? That's weird. But these are both being powered off of the same power supply, the same reflex volt. That's kind of cool. All right, neat. Whoops, wrong button. Okay, we have enough time now. I think there was a new update for the Flippy Drive. How am I going to connect that Flippy Drive? Let's see. I need another Nintendo composite cable. Well, actually, you know what? Now I can test the. I also need another. I do have the. Well, I don't want to take the OSSC Pro back out of the thing because I'm ready to give that back to Brandon. But I have my RetroTink 5X. Does the RetroTink 5X have S-video input? It does, doesn't it? So we could use this. It does in the back here. Okay. So I suppose this is how I'm going to... Oh, and then I'll have to put the new capture card in. Do I have an HDMI adapter for GameCube? No, I don't. Unfortunately, I don't. I wish I did now. That would be helpful in this situation. No, the only experience I have with using a Carby, the HDMI Carby, is Manic Socratic had me mod a GameCube that he had. That was one of those DOL 101 ones, whatever, the one that doesn't have the digital port. And I did the, I think it's the Dan Coons. Did he make that? The lets you add a GameCube digital port to a GameCube that didn't have one. So I did that mod for him, but it allows you to use the HDMI mods because they connect to the digital port. All right, so where's my... I need to plug this in. So the RetroTink is plugged in, the 5X. 5X is plugged in. Now I need another HDMI cable. Plug in an HDMI cable into that. Then that's going to go... This will be the first time I've plugged in my... this guy. I also wired in an SD2 SP2 in this console. You could build a GC Video external one like the Carby. You could build one? There's like an open source one? That would be sick. If you could send me a link to that, I'd be interested in that. See if we could build one, that'd be cool. Yeah, that's true, Razor. Yep. If I had one of those, well, not easier, because I still would want to, well, I suppose I could just run it right to the capture card, but I still like to upscale them, but I guess I don't need to, per se. All right, let's try to plug this in. See if I can connect the retro tank to this. Somehow. All right, where's the cable for this power cable? I'm just running out of space for things. Okay. This can go into that. Actually, you know what? I probably have a shorter... I don't need a shorter one, I guess. This is fine. Okay, so that goes to the HDMI input of the AverMedia. Excuse me, I'm like falling apart and like gassy and nasty. All right, then we could plug this into the, I hope I can plug this in without it exploding. Might make my headphones explode. Is my phone working still? Just for reference, I have the Bluetooth adapter for these headphones. I have that AverMedia Live Gamer Ultra external capture card. I have my iPhone connected to this, and I have two other an Elgato what are those called, the webcam? Oh, is there some? Oh no, there isn't. The Elgato what are those called? Camlink? An Elgato Camlink, my Magewell capture card, and there's one other thing connected here. Oh, my keyboard. All those things are connected to a single USB hub. It's a lot of stuff. You find a thing. Oh, about the GCB. Okay, that'd be cool if I could build one of those. That'd be helpful. All right. Where's the S-Video cable? S-Video. S-Video? Is that NVIDIA? But for S-Video? Oh, and I need the Flippy Drive. So this, I actually went ahead also and took the lid off. I've actually cleaned this system too. Somebody commented that I didn't clean it. After I commented that I didn't clean it, and I'm sorry I didn't have time. But I went through and cleaned every bit of this Flippy Drive system. I took the dust covers off also. But I need, until Laser Bear releases his SD adapter mount thing, you need direct access pretty much to the Flippy Drive if you're gonna need to install games and stuff. So the S-Video, or the Nintendo port can go in here. Then I need my actual GameCube power adapter. If the stream ends because I blew a fuse, rip, basically. Man, this stream was a struggle, guys. I'm sorry. Trying to give you guys good content, but maybe the struggle is the good content. Okay, that's connected. Now I need to connect the S-Video cable to the retro tank. There are so many cables over here. I don't remember how to use the retro tank. The 5X. It's been that long. I don't remember it being very hard, so I don't know why I said that. All right. Whew. We're slowly walking, guys and people, girls. The connectors on the clones are really bad. Clone what? Clone what's? Oh, the GC plug. Okay, interesting. It's probably cheaper and easier to buy a clone, though. Oh, you mean a clone? Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm just in budget money mode right now because I say I'm broke and then I buy stupid crap all the time, but I just can't afford all this stuff. And I really appreciate the people that are very kind to send me stuff. I don't, you know, on one hand, yes, I benefit from it because, you know, they don't ask for it back, and I'm like, it's a collection, right? So I'm collecting stuff. I'm looking for a controller. Oh, it's over here. But I collect it because I like to have the stuff available. If somebody has a question, I'm like, I don't sell anything because I just want to have it, right? I want to, if in the future something happens, somebody wants, you know, I try to get one of every mod and do it. And yeah, I don't know. That's kind of ranting it now. All right, let's go to. Oh, you're talking about the clone Carbies. Yeah, I mean, it's. If anything, I would probably sooner get one of those. This Todd sells those component cables, right? Retrofrog. Does he sell those really good component cables? I might get one of those, like high-end component cable or composite cable. I mean. All right, the GC Plug V2. How do you get the digital connector, though? Do they sell that? Okay. Let's go to Capture 3. I need to switch over from the Elgato HT60 to new video capture device. What is this called? The AverMedia Live Gamer Ultra? Sure. Live Gamer Ultra Video. Nice. Shut up. So let's see. Custom resolution. $3840 by 2160. Oh, let's see. 30 FPS. Dang. NV12. Why did I think that this was going to be 60 FPS? That sucks. So this thing is worthless. I thought there was a way for it to do. Well, that was a waste of money. Good thing it was only $50. But the RetroTink can't do that. All right, got the RetroTink. Let's turn the console on. Oh, you know what? I need to. Do I have to put batteries in this remote? This is the RetroTink 5X now. All right, I gotta put batteries. Sorry about my everything. You posted that on my Discord. Yeah, you probably did, and I just don't know. Well, if you're ever looking for a super budget Pico Boot type setup, you could always flash a Xeno GC like I did. You could flash Swiss onto. Oh, that's sick. I actually do have a Xeno GC already installed on my original GameCube disk drive, the one that the GCLoader is in. Okay, S video. Let's try it. Boom. Hey, look at that. Japanese. So very sweet. Wait, what's going on now then? Oh, is that because the I bet you my battery is dead. Oh, there we go. It's working now. That's interesting. All right, so we're on alpha test QBoot RC33. Let's see what we've got to update. Let's see what version of... You can flash it to get more out of it. It will still do the same as it was before, but with the option to load a DOL from SD to SP2. It's not perfect. You still need to have a disk in the drive. Oh, okay. That means you don't have to burn Swiss or anything. Yeah, that makes sense. That's cool. That's a worthwhile update. That's kind of cool, huh? All right, let's go to, actually, I'll have to look up Radical Plants. Is that the person? Excuse me, I'm just trying to find the link to the updates or the releases. Excuse me, dang. Is this the most recent one? Let's just check out the check out what there is to check out. Okay, so there was a pre-release 2.10. Which version was on my thing? I just turned it off. I don't know why. Oh, it's gonna ask me to I guess I need to replace the battery in this. RC333. Is that a newer version? I'm going to assume that there was a newer version and I'm going to update it. All right, so let's turn this off. I need my SD card out of the Flippy Drive. The problem with that is, oh, never mind. I got it out. I can't wait for the SD loader, or the SD extension thing. All right, let's get this into the computer. I have not updated anything. Nope, that's true. Well, I connected a lot of things. I connected the Morph. I got the second GameCube connected to the Retro Tank. I hooked up the Live Gamer Ultra. And there are updates for the Flippy Drive. So that we know. Let's go to I don't exactly know how to update. Let's read the installation. Not this. Not that. Where is the here it is. No, not this. Not Pico Boot. All right, installing from the microSD. In order to install software updates, you must download the update.fpkg from the latest. Okay, so in that, I just downloaded the latest repo or latest release. So it's in my downloads. No, I guess I didn't download it. So this is the latest release. So let's do into this update.fpkg. So let's put that into the removable disk K. Yeah. Okay. Now what? It must be called update.fpkg. All right, now I gotta hold X as I turn it on. Okay, so I gotta hold X on the controller. So that should be it. Let's take this out. And I gotta hold X. Let's go to the capture. Oh, I didn't hold X. Nothing happened. Hello? Hello? Okay. Oh, how did the cable get unplugged somehow? Well, I hope I didn't corrupt the firmware install. Okay, I probably did. Well, at least the bootloader is still here. Hey, look, I updated a thing. Wow. Okay. We're on RC35 now. All right. Well, that's cool. Let's see. Are there any updates? What does the newest firmware give us? Is there a change log? Nope, I don't see a change log. All right. I'm done. I think this happened for you last time. No, the cable came unplugged for some reason. I must have pulled the console out or something. Oh, yeah, I did slide it forward to take the SD card out, so. Yeah, so at least there's the advantage of for now, I suppose, until PicoBoot has some way to update the firmware through Swiss or software, is that the Flippy Drive can be updated through the SD card. So that's cool. I guess let's finish it off with the money shot, which would be a new scene. I'll have to add my mic back. Let's see. Capture everything. Hello. I figured out how to get my mic back. How about music? Music is back. How about the morph? Okay, so the morph is up here. How about we boot it? Boot. All right, now this is when my power is going to turn off. The Evermedia Live Gamer 4K 2. RetroTink. Boot. Okay. Video capture device. Live Gamer Ultra. Boot. For the ultimate annoyance, let's do something crazy. Mute the music. Do they all have Double Dash installed? They do. Okay. I'm sorry, everyone. I don't know how to connect. I can't figure out why the controller is not working for the first one. But it's okay. Oops, that's the wrong. Damn it. Are you not entertained? Why? Why? Online patch version. Oh, I can network all of my GameCubes together. What isn't playing? Start. My brain is, this is the sound of all of them playing at the same time is how my brain feels. I'm just gonna let it sink in for a minute. And my OLED is not even having any of them. Yeah. This is how I look at OBS. Imagine playing to the OBS preview all 3 of these at the same time. I can't handle it anymore. I gotta turn them off. Where's the music coming from? They're all off. Seriously, where is the music coming from? Oh, there's some delay on one of them. Okay, well, what did I learn today? I learned that the Live Gamer Ultra is a bag of lies. I thought I could do 4K 60, but that's a lie. Let's see. Live Gamer Ultra. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. It allows 4K 60 pass-through. You can only capture at 4K 30. Well... Yeah, that's fine. I'm just, I bought that, like, I already have a capture card that could do, well, actually, I don't know if I have one that can do 4K, so it's fine for the RetroTink 5X, so I guess it's fine. I wanted it to have the pass-through because it makes it easier for my setup if I have, that means I don't have to have an HDMI splitter to have the output of a scaler go to both my TV and the capture card. So it just makes it a little easier, but unfortunately I have to have the computer running when I do that. But you're right, I could just do 1440p for the 5X and it'll be fine. I do need an orange spice. That's the only, well, I don't have a silver one either, but I wanted the purple one because I really like the purple GameCube. They only had black when I first back when the GameCube launched. Because I got one the first year that they released in 2001. Is that when they released? 2001? I didn't get like an initial batch, but I got it shortly after Christmas, I believe. And I remember that there was the mall, it was like Walmart or something, Kmart or something. We got the last one somehow. We rolled in, not even like, early, and they only had one left, and it was the black one. So that was the only option. So back in the day, almost every console was black. Yeah. Yep. Well, yeah, from that generation. The Xbox, the PS2. Yep. All right, I'm checked out. You go for the more unique color. Yeah. Well, I say that I like unique color consoles, but I put the black PS5 plates on mine. I like the black new consoles, and actually I bought after all the hype around there being a possible Xbox One X jailbreak, I've actually bought this. I didn't even talk about it in the beginning. I don't know why I bought this. It's actually very heavy. I bought an Xbox One X because I thought there was a jailbreak, but it turns out that I guess the jailbreak wasn't a jailbreak. So now I own an Xbox One X. It was not a bad price. It was like $160. I've been waiting for the prices of these to go down a lot. Although I say that, but sorry. When I bought this console, the same day I could have bought an Xbox One or Xbox Series X for $320 on Woot. They had a deal on factory remanufactured ones or whatever, recertified ones. So I should have just bought the Series X, but whatever. All right, I'm dying. Not really, not actually, but that's how I feel. I still need to clean my room and to go to bed. Goodbye, everyone. I don't know what the next stream is going to be. I don't want I don't want to do GameCube stuff next, but all the consoles are out. So I guess I should. So it's going to be a train wreck. If you have any requests for games that you would like to see, I'm hoping, please give me ones that have proved challenging for one of these three systems. If there's one that is not working or something, I would prefer those. I'm not trying to crowdsource. I'm not trying to crowdsource my work, my effort, but I need to know which games don't work. I got to find some examples and then see how they perform on all three. So that's what I'm looking for. Suggestions for games that are hard to run or something. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chilling. GameCube and chill. Yeah, we'll be back on Wednesday, I guess. Hopefully.